loving atmosphere in the home is the foundation of your life. Hi everyone and welcome to Dream Home Season 7 powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag HPL Wires and Asset Homes. As usual, let me welcome our wonderful panel of judges, Ms. Sudha and Mr. Jibbo John. So on today's episode, we present before you Padinjakkara house from Chalakudi, Thrissur. So judges, let's take a look.
What's up family, I'm your host Dinesh Karthik and welcome to a brand new episode of Dream Home Season 7. We are at Padinjakkara house in Chalakudi. This is a 2,500 square foot property with 3 bedrooms. Let's take a look. And this is the front of the house. As you can see, I've got like a chilling area. It's completely made out of cement actually. I thought it was wood, but it's actually pretty comfortable. Now, to my left, we have the garage. We have cobblestone entrance that actually leads right into the garage area. We've got lots of grass, palm trees to my right and to my left. Overall, very scenic. Let's take a look at the sit-out area. Now this, what you see right behind me, is the sit-out area. As you can see, I'm standing right in the garage actually. Right above me we have a beautiful pergola in all different colors. We've got tile work right below me. Right over here we have granite and we have stone cladding on the actual wall, and we've got, these are actually tile cladding. Let's take a look at the front. And this is the front entrance. As you can see, we have this beautiful door. It's completely wooden, and we have this white glass around with some steel beading and this squarish designs all throughout. In addition to that, we've got lots and lots of windows. Windows to my left and to my right, all around the sides, and right above me. In addition to that, we've got stone cladding. We have stone tiles. Let's take a look inside. And welcome into the humble abode. As you can see, this is the drawing room. Now we have granite floors. We have this bridge-like structure right above me. You can actually have 2 people standing to the right and left and look straight into this room from above. We've got leather sofas. We have a TV panel right in front of me. It's actually completely wooden with lights all around the sides, and everything looks very sleek. Now 3 windows right behind me, and there's actually 2 more windows right above, letting in lots and lots of light and obviously air circulation. We actually have another window to my right as well. Let's take a look at the living room. And we're here in the main hall. As you can see, it's very spacious. It's also used as a prayer room. As you can see, the little prayer area to my left. We've got comfy leather sofas. We've got granite floors and stone cladding on the wall, and lots of light. We actually have a very beautiful fall ceiling right above me. It's actually double height. Now let's get into the space of it all. We have the drawing room right in front of me, dining room also to my left. We have the kitchen and bedroom to my left, and right here we have a courtyard area. We are in the main hall right here. You take the stairs up to the first floor and you got 2 more bedrooms and a home theater area. Now let's take a look at all of it. Welcome guys into the family living area. This is actually their private space and it's very beautifully designed. As you can see, we've got lots of different shades of brown. We have stone cladding right behind me. It's actually right in front of me as well. Now, and to my left and all around you see lots and lots of wood. And we actually have this open skylight area right above me, letting in lots of light. Not that it's needed, as there's lots of windows to my right, behind me, and right in front of me. Overall, a very positive energy in this room. And we are in the dining area. As you can see, we have a very beautiful crockery shelf to my right side. It's completely wooden. We actually have nano glass countertop on top of it. We have a false ceiling right above me. The color theme in here is definitely orange, white, and brown. We have granite floors, and we have this wooden table with a glass on top. And this actually is actually a type of running wallpaper that it's from the floor to the ceiling, and we have the orange bars right above it. Let's take a look at the kitchen. Now, the specialty about the kitchen in this house specifically is that serving counter right in front of me. You just make the food and serve, delivery's done. Now, in addition to that, we've got lots of wood, and obviously, as you can see, all the crockery shelves and the cabinets all completely wooden. We've got glass over it. We have nano white countertops, granite floors, and we have a false ceiling. Overall, very cool look. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the master bedroom. As you can see, we've got lots and lots of wood all around. We've got the wooden cupboards, wooden door that leads into the bathroom, which is right in front of me. We have a wooden dressing area to my right, wooden TV panel. We've got this wooden frame that actually leads right into the false ceiling with the wooden beams. And we actually have this wooden piece around the bed, which has some pebbles in the corner. Overall, just lots of brown and lots of different shades of brown. We've got the granite floors, and other than that, we have this interesting textured wallpaper. Now let's take a look at the staircase. Now we are in the staircase area. As you can see, the flooring is actually completely Italian marble. The railing is completely wood. We have some glass around the sides. Now this wallpaper is actually imported. It is texture. Right above me we have a beautiful false ceiling, and it does have a wonderful, very futuristic looking chandelier. Now this window right behind me is very large, letting in lots of light. Now let's take a look at the first floor. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the magic of Padinjakkara House in Chalakudy. I'm your host, Danish Karthik. Thank you guys so much for joining with us on this episode, and I will see you next time.
ഈ വീട് ഞങ്ങൾ ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്യാൻ ഏൽപ്പിച്ചപ്പോൾ ക്ലയൻറ്റ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്ത് മുന്നിൽ വെച്ച ഒരേ ഒരു ആവശ്യം അവരുടെ ഫാമിലിയുടെ ഒപ്പം ഇരിക്കാനായിട്ട് പ്രൈവറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു സ്പേസാണ്. ഞങ്ങളത് ഈ ഒരു കോർട്ട്യാർഡിൻ്റെ രൂപത്തിലാണ് ഡിസൈൻ ചെയ്തത്. ഈ വീടിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള പോർഷനും ഈ ഒരു കോർട്ട്യാർഡാണ്. കോർട്ട്യാർഡ് കം അവരുടെ ഒരു ലിവിങ് ഏരിയ.
Both of the judges would be having 100 marks each, wherein this 100 marks is again subdivided into 10 different aspects, which includes exteriors, interiors, decor and lighting, landscaping, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, wardrobe, painting and value for money. Starting off with Ms. Sudha, exteriors.
Yeah, there's a good distance from the gate to the building, so there's quite a bit of a driveway. It's completely paved. I suppose from the balcony upstairs, the paving has a lot of pattern that goes into it, made out of those small cobblestones. Has a very European kind of a touch to it, but somehow in Kerala settings, I don't know how well that will go into our general space, that is the setting of the town of Chalakudy that it is in. I'll give it a 5.7.
5.7 out of 10 by Ms. Sudha. What about you?
Yeah, it's very difficult to comment on an exterior like this. Basically, they've tried to follow some specific architectural forms like Victorian or Gothic arches. I don't know what to call it, but the suitability of such an architecture piece in our context is questionable. But if you just look at it analytically and observe things, nice frontage, a striking building. But then they've used a lot of color glasses and colored pergola inlay glasses, which actually takes away the quality of whatever they've done. A lot of stones are used, actually that styling is created. I will not call it very suitable for our conditions and climate. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Interiors.
The interiors is as intriguing as the exteriors. Whether it actually suits the whole thing, whether it's coming on as a very as a dramatic or a dynamic interiors is questionable. We see a lot of textures, a lot of design work. I somehow felt sometimes there's a design for design's sake, just to give it some kind of a pattern and a design, to create the design. Sometimes it's done, so that time it doesn't really feel natural, it doesn't come off well. I'll give it a 5.7.
5.7 out of 10, Mr. Jibbu.
I think they've not related the exterior with the interiors they are doing. They've just gone ahead and done a modern day interior. So it is basically with lot of vibrant textures they've used in walls, black and white. You see lot of color applications in the ceiling. The flooring is granite, leather sofas, so that mix of things is definitely there. It is not matching up well with the total interiors. That is how it should be. I'll go for 6.
6 out of 10. Decor and lighting.
Similar comments, in the sense the kind of furniture used, the curtains used, all that together tends to give it more of a, I mean there's a lot of energies, there's a lot of things happening there, there's a lot of LED lights, ceiling of very many varieties, a lot of detail in the ceiling itself. So overall it's, I mean when you look at the input, the output that has come out is not so very pleasant, so I'll give it a 5.
5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbu.
Yeah, same comments with decor and lighting, because it is not suiting the one-to-one. The leather sofas, the dining tables, the cords and the lighting. If you take again heavy lighting, heavy ceilings, lot of unwanted things coming in and playing a big role. So if it has been kept subtle and moved on with the kind of architecture they've got, they must have got an interior which from the flow of the arches and all those things, if they've continued from that, it would have been much better. We'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. landscaping?
The landscape, they have tried to do something. I like the fact that they've used cobblestones, so small stones. It actually gives a lot of extent. Instead of using one large stone, you use 10 small stones. It has that extent. It sort of increases the distance between there. So the driveway is beautiful, and it sort of forks around and goes into the porch area. I felt a little more greenery closer to the house would sort of soften out the building structure by itself. So that was only thing that is lacking there. I'd give it a 5.8.
5.8 out of 10, Mr. Chippo.
Landscaping, there is a lot of potential for that because the house is so set back, and they've gone for the cobblestone driveway, which matches well with the external rubble cladded walls and all. The landscaping on either side also is done well. Maybe all the benches and all the other small knickknacks which they've done in the landscaping out of cement and creating a look of that antique feel could have been avoided. But otherwise landscaping is done reasonably well. I'll go for 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Kitchen.
The kitchen is quite nicely done, in the sense it's just in two colors, the wood and the ivory kind of shade that has come there. Overall, the kitchen is I would say the comfort zone there probably. They feel very comfortable inside the kitchen. The planning for the kitchen is also to come out quite nicely. I'll go for a 5.8.
5.8 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo.
I like the kitchen. They've done very decently, and the color combinations used is good. Gone for the wooden cabinets and the granite tops, and also it looks elegant and neat. I'll go for 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. How do you comment on the style of bathrooms?
Again, very similar to kitchens, the bathrooms are also neatly planned. They've used simple plain colors, plain tiles. I give it a 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo.
I'll give more marks to that because I think the bathrooms are done real well. They've gone for nice false ceilings. The lighting also is good, although they've used different types of lighting. Maybe one was white and the other one was warm. But otherwise, the shower partitions, the closet setting, and the color coding of the walls and the flooring was detailed out and done quite well. I'll go for 7.
7 out of 10. Flooring.
I'd go for a 5.
5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo.
The flooring is primarily granite, and that is actually again it suits the overall ambience they have tried to create. While the sit out has got a mix of granite and some tiles, maybe that's not suiting up to the what happens after the main door is opened. Then actually they've gone for an off-white or whitish color for the steps, which is contrasting with the granite, but maybe a wooden step would have been more suitable in that area. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10.
The wardrobes are designed keeping in mind the wood theme, but somehow I felt probably there was an add-on. I don't know. You find two different shades of wood and veneer in the same bedroom itself. So I felt that not much thought has gone into it, and it was just done for the sake of completing the work. It didn't feel very designed or coordinated. I'll go with 5.
5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo.
Same marks for me because I think the wardrobes were not given any thought at all, and they've just gone for whatever, and I think the grains are also quite heavy in this. I'll go for 5.
5 out of 10.
Paintwork, when we talk about colors, basically the external colors are simply superb, basically because it's a natural stone. You can't go wrong if you use a natural stone through and through. So the earthy colors that you see outside with respect to the white and the wall colors are just fine. Like Jibbu said, the colors of the glass is another story altogether, which really was just not required. And coming to the interiors, they've used various kind of colors. Again, too many, except for the kitchen and bathroom. I think the other rooms had a bit bit of a mix up, you know, a mishmash of colors. I didn't think really worked very well. I'm going for 5.
5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo?
Yeah, same. Basically, because the interior colors have totally, they've used whatever they want to use, lot of color combinations here, there, ceiling, everywhere. So that spoils a lot of things in the total flow of the entire house. Externally, there is not much of painting required because it's all cladding, natural stones, and whatever color that is needed to highlight it correctly is properly used. I'll go for 5.5.
5.5 out of 10. Value of money.
So I'll go for a 5.
5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo?
5.5.
5.5 out of 10, and calculating the total marks by Mr. Jibbo is 58.5 and by Mr. Das 53.5, which makes a total of 112 out of 200. With this, we are winding up today's episode. We'll be back tomorrow with yet another beautiful home. Until then, this is Archana Ravi and the entire team of Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag HPL Wires and Asset Home. Signing off. Tata.